Hello everyone, it's Seth, probably better known as Saffron Olive, and it's time for another edition of Budget Magic. So this week, we're heading to Standard to build around one of my single favorite cards in the format, that is Panharmonicon. So this is Mono-Black Panharmonicon, a deck that I've been excited to try out ever since Rivals of Ixalan came around and gave us some really big new additions, specifically Dusk Legion Zealot, but it feels like the deck got a huge boost in power thanks to Rivals of Ixalan. So as you can see, $82 in the paper world, 49 ticks on Magic Online. So a pretty good price for a really sweet, fun deck. If you like value, you're gonna like this one. So a quick reminder before we break down Mono-Black Panharmonicon for Standard. If you enjoy this deck, and you'll enjoy Budget Magic in general, it would be amazing of you if you could take a second, click that subscribe button. It's a great way to support the channel and the site for free. So let's talk Mono-Black Panharmonicon, starting with, of course, Panharmonicon. And I don't even know if I gotta explain this card anymore. We've played it a lot of times because it's my favorite card in Standard. Basically, it just doubles up the enter the battlefield triggers on any of our creatures or our artifacts. Little more technical than that because technically it triggers things like impact tremors, and that's not an enter the battlefield ability, but for our purposes, pretty simple. If we play something that has an enter the battlefield trigger, we get that trigger 2 times instead of just 1 time. So what are we doing with Panharmonicon? And we have a few different packages. So first off, we have our card advantage package. Dusk Legion Zealot, Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot. This gives us a bunch of 2-drops that draws a card when it enters the battlefield. Dusk Legion Zealot is probably the single most important new addition to the deck from Rivals of Ixalan, and it is exactly what the deck wants. It comes down on turn 2, it doesn't cost us a card since it redraws when it enters, it chumps blocks to keep us alive while we're setting up our Panharmonicon, and then in the late game, once we have a Panharmonicon, or maybe 2 Panharmonicons, then we have a 2-mana draw 2, a 2-mana draw 3, which is a ton of card advantage. In the late game, we play a single Dusk Legion Zealot, and we just refill our hand, find a bunch more action, hopefully win the game. Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot is kind of a Dusk Legion Zealot, except it doesn't give us a body. There's not a good second drawer in the 2-drop slot. I thought about playing the 2-drop Black Explorer thing, but I've never really been impressed with Explorer with Panharmonicon. So playing a couple Metal Spinner Puzzle Knot, same play pattern as Dusk Legion Zealot. In the early game, it just cycles, draws us a card, we can sack it to draw another card. In the late game, with Panharmonicon, drawing us 2 cards or 3 cards. So these are the cards that keep our hand full, keep us cycling through the deck. Then we have our removal. And the basic theory of this deck is that we are going to be extremely heavily favored against creature decks. So if we're playing against Merfolk, we're playing against Green-Black Constrictor, any of the creature-heavy decks in the format, we are going to have a great matchup. We're probably going to have a weak matchup in Game 1 to control, but since our matchup against creature decks is so strong, we can just overload our sideboard with control cards and then switch it around after boarding and hopefully still beat control. So, Banewhip Punisher, basically a mini version of Ravenous Chupacabra, puts a -1/-1 counter on something, then we can sack it to destroy a creature that has a counter on it. So technically it's 4 mana, destroy a creature, except it actually has weird upside, where we can play it with Panharmonicon out, put counters on 2 different things, maybe kill an X1, like Glint Sleeve Siphoner, and then kill a bigger creature with the sacrifice ability. Ravenous Chupacabra just destroys anything, or any 2 things with Panharmonicon, or 3 things with 2 Panharmonicons. Sky Sovereign Council Flagship, big flyer in the air, kind of gives us this lightning bolt effect when it enters the battlefield. One of our answers to Planeswalkers comes down and just damages Planeswalkers, then flies over and hopefully kills more Planeswalkers if we need it to. Then we have our big top-end removal. Noxious Gearhulk gains us a bunch of life, blows up anything, basically a huge menacing artifact version of Ravenous Chupacabra. And then Demon of Dark Schemes is really sneaky. It lets us reanimate our stuff if we get enough energy, and the -2/-2 ability is actually really strong with Panharmonicon. If we have a Panharmonicon out in Demon of Dark Schemes, the -2/-2 is going to kill things like Hazoret, which are really annoying to deal with. So it's a great hedge against certain annoying permanents, and also just insane against decks like Tokens that are going wide with a bunch of small creatures. Demon of Dark Schemes is just pretty much game over if we get it on the battlefield. Then we have our control package, so we're weighted towards defeating creature decks in our main deck, but we still want enough stuff that we have a chance of beating control, because if we can steal game 1 against control, then we just bring in a ton of sideboard cards, and we should be able to win one of the next 2. So Kai'Sail Freebooter gives us the duress on a stick. Gonti, great against control control decks, messing with their draws, generating card advantage, Death Touch blocker, very, very strong. And then Doomfall gives us a card that can attack our opponent's hand or just another clean answer to like Hazoret or something. Since we have Panharmonicon and Chupacabras and Banewhip Punishers and Noxious Gearhulks and all that stuff, we can usually like kill all the other creatures our opponent has and then use Doomfall to exile the Hazoret, exile the Scarab God, whatever really hard to deal with creature our opponent still has left over. Then we have a couple of aggro cards that don't necessarily work with Panharmonicon, but are necessary to not die to Robin-on-Bread. Gifted Aetherborn, good blocker, some lifelink, Ether Sphere Harvester, flying lifelinker, blocking Glorybringers and rekindling Phoenixes and all that kind of stuff, keeping our life total high against aggro. Couple of Liliana Death Majesty just to reuse our creatures so we can get it on the battlefield, start reanimating our Noxious Gearhulks, our Chupacabras, whatever we need in the specific matchup, while also making a bunch of zombies along the way. So a really good top-end finisher for the deck. Mana base, bunch of deserts, couple of cycling deserts, Deadlands, another really slow way to kill Hazareds and whatnot. Scavenger Grounds, our best main deck answer to stuff like the Scarab God, if we can just keep sacking Deserts of the Glorified and Infinite Deadlands to keep the graveyard clean. It kind of neuters the Scarab God's ability to do anything. Field of Ruin to deal with Search for His Content and the like. Some Swamps to cast our spells. In the sideboard, this is our big control package. So against control, we have a lot of cards we need to take out. Let's say we're playing against a Torrential Gearhulk deck, or an Approach deck might be even a better example. A deck that has literal 0 creatures. Banewhip Punisher, very bad. Ravenous Chupacabra, pretty bad. Demon of Dark Schemes, Noxious Gearhulk, we have like 10 cards that we need to take out of our deck. Good news is, since we're so good against creature decks in game 1, we can just overload our sideboard with cards for control. So we bring in 4 Duresses, we can bring in 4 Lost Legacies to not lose to Approach or to Tokens decks, 2 Doomfalls to do the Duress thing, another Gonti, which is actually super good against control decks, messes with their Approach setup when they put it back on top of their deck and just generates card advantage. Very, very strong. So we sideboard in all these cards when you run into control, sideboard out all the Banewhip Punishers and the like. Then for aggro, we have the last Gifted Aetherborn, and then Bantu's Last Reckoning, Demon of Dark Schemes, mostly for go wide decks. Also helps against like Carnage Tyrant, stuff that we can't kill easily with our Ravenous Chupacabra. But one of the other challenges with the deck, if we run into like tokens, even with Panharmonicon out, it's really hard to 1-for-1 a token deck to death, because they just make so many tokens. So Chupacabra, not that great when you're running into the token deck. Bantu's Last Reckoning, Demon of Dark Schemes, those cards are super good against the tokens deck, so we can bring those in and have a little bit better matchup against the go wide decks. And that is Mono-Black Panharmonicon for Standard, and that's our Budget Magic deck for this week. So I think this deck is super sweet, and it's just one of my favorite cards to build around. We're going to draw a lot of cards, we're going to double up some triggers, and do a lot of just really cool things, so hopefully we run into some creature decks. I feel like we've been talking about the whole video, that's basically where the deck is. I feel like we have 70% chance or something of beating creature decks, which is a great percentage, but then we probably have like a 30% chance in game 1 against control. Hopefully our sideboard flips that so we can still beat control with winning the second and third game, but you never know how it'll play out. Maybe we're going to do better. Kaisail Freebooter is good against control, as is Gonti and Liliana. Our card draw, we can just potentially overwhelm our opponents with Panharmonicon card draw, so we'll have to see how it goes, but I feel like we should feast on creature decks, maybe not quite feast on control decks, but then hopefully flip those percentages heading into sideboarding. So anyway, that's Mono-Black Panharmonicon. Thank you so much for watching. Hope you enjoy the gameplay video, and I will talk to you soon. If you're looking for a fashionable way to support the channel, make sure to check out the Ixalan t-shirt over at mtgoldfishmerch.com. Alright, Budget Magic time. Playing some Mono-Black Panharmonicon in Standard. And we're going to have to chip this one. Yeah, only 1 land, no card draw. Alright, that's a fine 6-card hand. Opponent's also doing some mulliganing. Yeah, we'll keep the land. That gets us to Panharmonicon. Ooh, opponent leads on a swamp. A nice swamp. Swamp, you. I actually really like that swamp. Winding Constrictor. Well, these are the matchups we want to play. We got the pieces to beat these decks. Panharmonicons, Chupacabras, Gifted Aetherborns. These are the matchups that we want to be playing and winning. Swamp for our opponent. And Fatal Push. Alright, well, at least they didn't get counters on the Branchwalker. Opponent gets in. Would be super nice to draw something we could play this turn. Ugh, no deal. Alright, Scavenger Grounds go. Opponent's down to 3 cards, though. There's a swamp. Goes attacking. Well, we'll take the beads down to 14. And more constrictors. We'll play Deadlands, and I think we just have to Chupacabra. Kill a constrictor. Pass the turn. The one thing we're primarily scared of is land into Gear Hulk. That's the scariest thing our opponent's deck could do. Gets in with constrictor. Alright. That's fine. We'll take it down to 12. Sure. And Walking Ballista X2. And a land. Opponent's out of cards. Well, let's play Arganti, Lord of Luxury. And I think we just take Branchwalker. Branchwalker lets us play 2 things next turn. Pass the turn. We really want to hit some lands here at some point. And if our opponent just top decks Gearhulk with this Ballista out, things are very sketchy. Oh man, Rishkar. Huh? Yeah, that might actually... I think that just kills us. That was the top deck. That's exactly what our opponent needed. Walking Ballista into Rishkar. Yup. Opponent passing. Opponent's passing. Problem is Banewhip Punisher doesn't kill Ballista. So play Branchwalker. We really need these land drops. Graveyard. I think we just get our board wrathed here. No land? It's a land, but it's too late. Pass the turn. Yeah, I'm pretty sure we're just dead. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, that Rishkar. We were very stable until they had the Rishkar. Double Constrictor. Opponent getting in with a Rishkar. This means they drew another Rishkar? Huh. Well, we're going to block with Gonti. Apparently they top decked yet another Rishkar. Alright, no Rishkar. Opponent passes. Well, play Banewhip Punisher. Put a counter on Winding Constrictor. And we just got to pass. We're playing this weird Walking Ballista subgame. Opponent. Alright, so this is where we kill Winding Constrictor. So opponent only gets 1 counter. They can still Wrath our board at a moment's notice. And they can still draw Verdurous Gearhulk. What do you got, opponent? Goes attacking. Well, we just jump with Dusk Legion Zealot. Opponent plays a land. Chupacabra would be pretty sweet. Scavenger Grounds. Well, play Scavenger Grounds. Play Panharmonicon. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. We're very close to being dead. Land Puzzle Knot. Down to 9. Pass the turn. Opponent gets to go up to 7 counters. Kills Dusk Legion Zealot. Gonna kill Branchwalker. Yep. Counters up the Walking Ballista. Well, let's see what our opponent finds. Oh, they drew Gearhulk. And yeah, that does it. Oh my goodness. Alright. Well, I feel like we should be incredibly heavily favored to win this match, but didn't work out that game, unfortunately. Maybe we go up a Bantu's Last Reckoning just as even more removal for a freebooter and try it like that. That's not as nice as we were hoping. Our Mono-Black deck cannot cast a Gifted Aetherborn on turn 2. Kind of a sad story. Blooming Marsh for our opponent, and passes. Well, play Scavenger Grounds. Hopefully our opponent does not have Winding Constrictor here. Hopefully it's Siphoner, and we can just punish it. Forest. Alright, it's Siphoner. That's what we were hoping for. Land, please. Alright, there's a swamp. So this is kind of what we're looking for. Now we get to punish the Siphoner. Yes, please. Oh, so good. Mini Jupes. Pass the turn. Oasis. And there's the Constrictor. Ugh. Alright, opponent passes. We'll play Field of Ruin and run out Panharmonicon. Pass the turn. Hope we draw land. Alright, opponent has Jade Light Ranger. Rishkar. Alright, that's going to be a big Jade Light. If we draw land, it doesn't matter. Opponent gets in for 2. Come on, land. Come on, land. You can do it, deck. The Sky Sovereign would be so good. Opponent passes. Alright, that works. Land and Sky Sovereign. Alright, yeah, let's kill Jade Light. I don't like letting Constrictor live, but I think it's a necessary evil here. Alright, Jade Light number 2. Verdurous Gearhulk milled and finds a land. Opponent passing. Well, I think we just need to play Liliana, make a zombie, crew up Ether Sphere, shoot down Winding Constrictor. Winding Constrictor is by far the scariest card in their deck. Pass the turn. In theory, they can't just kill Liliana. If they want to sack their land and skip their turn to kill Liliana, that's a win for us. Blossoming Defense is less of a win. Going at Liliana. Alright, Liliana surviving. Down to 2. Opponent passing? Oh boy. We'll make a zombie. Mill some cards. Crew up our Sky Sovereign. Go attacking. Alright, opponent's got Vraska's Contempt. And we'll get in with Punish, sure. And then let's just end this mana. I don't really want to Field of Ruin because of Fatal Push. So let's just play Ether Sphere Harvester. Get some energy. Play Gifted Etherborn. Play Deadlands, pass the turn. This is more how we imagine this matchup going. +1/+1 counter is actually annoying against Banewhip Punisher. Makes Banewhip Punisher a little less good. Alright, Fatal Push, which means we need to crew up our Ether Sphere Harvester. And Walking Ballista. Alright. Pings Liliana for 1. Don't know if that's helpful for our opponent. Land. Well, let's get in with Ether Sphere. Hit our opponent, gain a bit of life. Play the Swamp, and pass the turn. We want to play our lands in case we draw into card draw. With Panharmonicon out, it's possible we just refill our hand kind of out of nowhere. Winding Constrictor. And more Walking Ballistas. Alright. Guessing they kill Liliana? The funny thing is this Winding Constrictor actually turns Deadlands into hard kill spells. When it goes attacking. Oh, we're going to block with everything. Yep, get rid of Jade Light Ranger. Opponent pings Liliana. Yeah, it looks like they're just going to kill Liliana. Alright, let's Field of Ruin. Get rid of Oasis. We mostly just want another black source, more than we really care about Oasis. And then Winding Constrictor is going to do itself in, thanks to adding an extra Deadlands counter. So 1, 2, 3, 4. Sack a Scavenger Grounds, kill Constrictor, crew up our Ether Sphere Harvester, go attacking. And I think we're getting there. Things feel pretty good at least. Play the Swamp, pass the turn. Oh, another Jade Light Ranger. Jade Light Ranger is pretty good. Let's see what our opponent hits. Ooh, land Verdurous Gearhulk. Not bad. Plays a land, so Verdurous in hand. And let's untap. There's Chupacabra. Yeah, I think that we just win from this. Play Chupacabra. Chup, kill, crew, attack for lethal. Crew up, Ether Sphere. And we got there. Alright, that went a little bit better. Our opponent's going to be on the play this game. Maybe with our opponent on the play, we should be bringing in... Maybe we go down the Doomfall for the other Bantu's Last Reckoning. I'm just really worried on the play of our opponent going like crazy Winding Constrictor draw. Turn 2 Constrictor, turn 3, I don't know, Rishkar, turn 4, whatever. Alright, we got our safety valve. This hand actually looks really solid. Swamp, go. So we got our Bantu's Last Reckoning. So worst case, our opponent has their best draw, and we just reset and go from there. No Constrictor. That is lovely. We'll just gift it Etherborn. Save our Dusk Legion Zealot just in case we get lucky and draw Panharmonicon. Alright, Jade Light Ranger. Doing Ranger things. Another Ranger on top. Mills it, Ballista on top. Opponent keeps it. Interesting. And passes. Well, get in with Gifted Etherborn. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. Play the swamp and pass the turn. Well, I mean, we have kill spell into kill spell, and we're going to have Bantu's Last Reckoning left over. Opponent goes attacking. Yeah, we're just going to chump here. Dies to Walking Ballista anyway, so we might as well. I'm assuming this is just Ballista. Oh, Chupacabra. Alright, Chupors. Sure. Kills our Gifted Aetherborn. Well, let's keep chooping. Choop your Jade Light Ranger. Pass the turn. 4 is for our opponent. Goes attacking. Well, yeah, we will trade off Chupacabras. I assume we're more likely to reanimate a Chupacabra than our opponent. Alright, Walking Ballista. We'll play Field of Ruin, and we will just run out Sky Sovereign. Yeah, opponent's going to ping us. Apparently no Blossoming Defense action. Yeah, down to 19. Could use some card draw. I think that's what we want most. Ether Hub. Opponent passes. I'll play Scavenger Grounds. Pass the turn. We're not going to run out these creatures right now. They have so much more value after our opponent plays something. We might fire off Field of Ruin. I don't think there's any reason not to in this matchup. Yeah, might as well. I mean, I guess deserts, I don't know if those even really count as reasons. So, like, Puzzle Knot would be great. Play Field of Ruin. And pass the turn. Still not just going to run our stuff out there. Silent Gravestone. Huh, okay. I mean, I guess that stops Liliana. And Verdurous Gearhulk. Well, that's what we've been saving our Chupacabra for. Yeah, we'll just Chupacabra. Blow up Verdurous Gearhulk. Play Deadlands. I guess it's time to go aggro. Feels like not full value, but being able to attack here for 6, I think is worth it. I mean, that's a 3-turn clock in the air. So opponent down to 12. Deadlands. I guess they can kill a creature to keep us from crewing if we don't have anything to go with it. Looks like that's our opponent's plan. Yeah, so we need a creature to be able to crew. Opponent passes. Any creature. Alright, it's a swamp, which means we just get in for 2 with Choop. Play the swamp, pass the turn. Oasis. Alright, opponent's gonna cash in the gravestone, which is fine. Nothing in the graveyard if we draw Liliana, but eh. And Fatal Push. Come on, creatures. Field of Ruin, go. Now, we're probably going to Field of Ruin this Oasis. Opponent has Ether Hub. Yeah, blow up Oasis. Get a land out of our deck. Still think Puzzle Knot's the card we want to draw most. Well, might as well run out Freebooter. Probably going to die, but... yeah, Vraska's Contempt. Gets rid of Freebooter. Last card... Deadlands. Alright, pass the turn. Oh man, we're super close. We need 2 attacks with this Sky Sovereign, but we need creatures to get there. And most of our creatures don't do it on their own. Gonti's a great draw. Puzzle Knot's a great draw. Liliana also counts in the great draw chart. Liliana. Make a zombie. Not quite enough to let us crew this turn, but getting us close. Constrictor for our opponent. And Deadlands. So opponent can, like, kill the zombie, I guess? To try to keep us from crewing. Alright. Zombie down. Well, any creature gets us to crewing. Desert. Alright. Cycle. Into a land. Yeah, let's get back Dusk Legion Zealot. We can kill Constrictor with Deadlands. Or we just draw a creature. Okay. Kill Constrictor. Play a swamp. Pass the turn. Oh, we didn't get there. I mean, I think we're getting there, but man, if we hit a creature there, we could have just crewed Sky Sovereign, shot down Constrictor, and won that way pretty easily. Opponent. Uh-oh. That's a lot. Whoa. That's a huge Ballista? Huge Ballista. I assume they just kill everything here. Opponent passes. Well, Kill Ballista. Opponent takes down to sell it. Oh, well, we're going to be out of land soon. Play Panharmonicon. Play a swamp. Pass the turn. I think we're still favored. We just... Oh, man. We have not been able to find a way to crew the Sky Sovereign. Another Ballista. Ballista X4. Yep. Opponent passes. Yeah, let's Bantu's Last Reckoning. Not happy about it, but I think it's worth it. It's risky to let that live, just in case they find a Gear Hulk. Being down 2 Ballistas is good news, though. Down to 14. Play Deadlands. Pass the turn. Not going to run out Gifted Aetherborn. We'd rather wait till next turn when we can also crew Sky Sovereign than having it die to like a Fatal Push. Opponent plays a land and passes. That's the draw we've been waiting for. Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot. That's the one. That's the one we needed. Draw 2. Another Panharmonicon. Play Panharmonicon. Puzzle Knot. Draw 3. And our opponent better kill us this turn. We are going a little low on life. Play Deadlands. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent. Come on, no third Walking Ballista. Opponent passes. That was a good one. Let's Gonti. Triple up Gonti. This should find us something sweet. Take Branchwalker. We'll just play with our opponent's deck. Take Vraska's Contempt. Take Gonti. Play Gonti number 2. Oh my god, we're doing it. Play opponent's Gonti. Keep opponent's Gonti. And yeah, we'll keep going through your deck, opponent. We will take Fatal Push. Take Jade Light Ranger. Take Winding Constrictor. Play Winding Constrictor. Play Branchwalker. Oh wow. What a turn! We finally got there. Yes. We'll just use your cards, opponent. Triple Explore. Harvester Graveyard. Demon Graveyard. I don't even know what we want now. Find a land. Crew up our Sky Sovereign. Get in. 4/6. Alright, opponent's last card. They've been holding it for a long time. Vraska's Contempt. Play the swamp. Pass the turn. We just got to make sure we don't get ballisted. Opponent Branch Walks. Not quite as good as when you have 2 Panharmonicons out. Gets a Foul Orchard. Plays a Foul Orchard. Well, let's just Fatal Push. Our opponent's Fatal Push. Play Panharmonicon number 3. Go attacking. And we are going to break the exploration record, I think. Oh, Jade Light. The most explorers in the history of exploration. We'll keep Gonti on top. This is going to be a very big Jade Light. The 3-mana 10/9. Play Gifted Aetherboard. Play Gifted Aetherboard. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Alright, whatever. I don't think we can... Actually, we're not going to lose a life here. Pass the turn. Dare our opponent to find an answer. Oh, what a display! 6 Gontis! More Explorers than I can count. Mono-Black Panharmonicon. These are the matchups against those creature decks. I don't know how we lose. I don't know how we lose against creature matchups. It's so good. And we got the GGs! Mono-Black Panharmonicon taking it out. Opponent finds a Siphoner, yep, and scoops it up. Well, that was very impressive for Mono-Black Panharmonicon. Alright, Budget Magic time. Playing some Mono-Black Panharmonicon in Standard. Swamp for our opponent. And Dread Wanderer. I think that's the thing that dies to Banewit Punisher. Swamp Goo. So Mono-Black aggro by the looks. Should be interesting to see how this goes. Feel like this is probably one of the matchups we kind of want. Mountain. Oh, Red-Black aggro. And more Dread Wanderers. Opponent gets in for 2. Yep, down to 18. Opponent passes. Well, play the swamp, run out, Dusk Legion Zealot, draw a card. Hopefully a land. Alright, it's a swamp. Ship the turn. Definitely going to trade off a Dusk Legion Zealot here if we get the chance. Mountain, Night Market Lookout for our opponent. Goes attacking. Yeah, we'll trade. Kill the Dread Wanderer. Down to 15. Play the swamp, and let's just play Punisher. Punish. I guess the Night Market Lookout. Yep. Pass the turn. So I feel like we win the long game as long as we get there. Also, please no Hazoret. More Night Market Lookouts. Opponent. Getting frisky. Yeah, we're going to keep our life total as high as possible. Little annoying. We do have Scavenger Grounds, though, to get rid of those Dread Wanderers. Aethersphere Harvester is a good one. So play Scavenger Grounds. Play Banewhip Punisher. Kill Night Market Lookout. Pass the turn. Banewhip is definitely punishing in this matchup. Opponent. Scrappy Scrounger. And passes. Well, let's Dusk Legion Zealot. We really want to hit our land drops. Draw a card. Land? Alright, Dusk Legion Zealot number 2. Still looking for that land. Not a land. Well, Chupacabra's good. Pass the turn. Opponent's got the land. Does this mean Hazoret? It does. That's going to be fun. How do we beat a Hazoret? I mean, we can chump it for a while, but there's a land. So play Field of Ruin. Play Panharmonicon. Pass the turn. Can we overcome the Hazoret? That's the big question. Demon of Dark Schemes is our best main deck answer. Opponent. Jeez, they have Disintegration? Opponent. Well, let's chump. Stay at 10. Opponent passes. Desert. Yeah, we better Gonti. Still not in the safest of places. So take Bomat Courier. And take... We need like a Vraska's Contempt. Or maybe our own Hazoret. Well, another Aethersphere. That's a way to race. Yeah, let's take Aethersphere. Play Bomat Courier. Play Desert. Pass the turn. So now we can double Aethersphere and gain a ton of energy and hopefully just gain so much life that we can win through Hazoret. Discards a Hazoret. Yup. Opponent. Attacks. So block. See what we draw. Opponent passes. It's a swamp. So play the swamp. Play Aethersphere Harvester. Get a bunch of energy. Play Ravenous Chupacabra. Alright, Aethersphere. It's up to you. Opponent didn't get back the Scrap Heap. Lightning Strikes Chupacabra. Alright, let's crew. Just in case. And Fatal Pushes. Yikes. Okay. Here comes Hazoret. Well, let's block. Gain some life. Up to 11. Oh, this is awkward. Man, Demon would be awesome. Demon's a game-winning draw if we can find it. Opponent passes. Freebooter. 1-2. Alright, so 1-2. Play Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot. Draw 2, lose 2. Freebooter. Swamp. Play the swamp. Play Freebooter. Does nothing. Play Aethersphere Harvester. Get a bunch more energy. Pass the turn. This is going to be very interesting. Opponent cycles. And Earthshaker Kenra. Okay. So Freebooter can't block. Yep. How does our opponent attack? No attacks. Okay. That's good news. Man, we might be... Wow. I don't know if I've ever lived this long with a Hazoret on the battlefield, in all honesty. Opponent passes. Another Freebooter. So, Chupacabra. Kill Earthshaker Kenra. Target Hazoret. Doesn't kill Hazoret. If we can find Banewhip Punishers, we've already used 2, but Banewhip Punisher is a good way to make Hazoret smaller at least. 1-2. Sack the desert. Nuke the graveyards. Crew up Ether Sphere. Get in with Ether Sphere. Gain some life. Up to 12. Another Earthshaker Kenra is a lot of damage off the top. Even just a removal spell on Freebooter is a lot of damage. Not quite a lethal amount, but it's a lot. Alright, just discards a land. That's fine. Gets in. Well, we will block the Hazoret. Staying at 10. Come on, Demon. Or Bane Whip. Either one. Desert. So play Freebooter. No value. Play Freebooter. No value. Gain some life. Back up to 13. Wow. I don't think I've ever just played against a Hazoret for this long. Usually, Hazoret comes down and the game ends. But we are just battling through this Hazoret. Up to 13. We have a card draw from Puzzle Knot, and we can cycle this Desert at some point. Opponent discards a Hazoret, hits us for 2. The combination of chumping and all the energy from Panharmonicon with Ether Sphere Harvester is keeping us in this game. It is. Found it. Yeah. We will block the Hazoret still. As long as we don't, like, hit a string of lands. Plus, we can hit card draw, punishers, any of that stuff, and that really swings the race more in our favor. So, sack Puzzle Knot. Down to 10, draw a card. Deadlands. Ooh, Gonti. That's interesting. I think we do that. 1, 2, 3, 4. Play Gonti. See what we find in our opponent's deck. We get 2 shots at it. And our opponent scoops it up? Wow! Wow, we just played through a Hazoret. We did it. We did it. We did it. Opponent played a Hazoret and we just played through it. Wow. I swear I have never had that happen before. I really haven't. Oh, man. Well, bring in the Gifted Aetherborn. Bring in another Demon of Darkscape. Go down, I think, 1 Liliana. Go down 1 Gonti. Go down maybe a Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot for another Doomfall. I think we need to be able to kill the non-Hazoret creatures and then Doomfall Hazoret. Try it like that. Alright, I guess this is fine. Aetherborn's very good. Swamp for our opponent. And a Bonded Courier. Gets in. Down to 19. Opponent passes. Well, Swamp, go. Opponent. Gets it. 4-1. Down to 18. Well, Swamp, play Gifted Aetherborn. This carries F is going to be a problem. Mountain. There's a Braid. And a Dread Wanderer. So much damage. Yeah, we're in a bad place now. Gets in. Maybe we should be bringing in Bantu's Last Reckoning, too. It doesn't stop Hazoret, but it would be great here. Yep, down to 14. Punisher? Swamp. Yeah. I mean, if they have Hazoret, then we're dead. Jeez, a Braid. And a Dread Wanderer. Well, we gotta draw a Punisher this turn or a Chupacabra. Those are our 2 possible outs. Thankfully, we get to be on the play for Game 3, which is a huge swing in our favor. And even if we draw one of those cards, I don't know if it's enough. Alright, more Swamps. Good God. Alright, to sideboarding. Yeah, let's bring in... Yeah, let's go down the Gonti for Bantu's Last Reckoning. And a Freebooter. Yeah, for a Bantu's Last Reckoning. And run it like that. We're on the play, which is good. Ugh. Yeah, we gotta ship it. Just no... Oh, no! Not like this! Not like this. Well, scrying to a land. Ugh. Alright, well, Field of Ruin is a land. It's not a land that lets us cast Gifted Aetherborn, but it does get us to Dusk Legion Zealot. And then, this hand is pretty good, as long as we hit land 3 and land 4 on time from Dusk Legion Zealot. Alright, there's Bomat Courier. Gets in. 4-1. Yep. Down to 19. Well, play Field of Ruin. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. Not a land. Well, next turn's draw is going to determine the game. Mountain. And Earthshaker. Lets our opponent ping in for a little bit of damage. Gets in. 4-3. Down to 15. Well, this is it.
land, and we're in pretty good shape. Whiff on land, and we're in game over shape. All right. And that's how the dream dies. Wow, with the nuts! With 2 Ether Spheres, 2 Banewhip Punishers, and a Chupacabra. Magic. Opponent goes attacking. Well, we're gonna snap off this block. All right, there's a Deadlands. So that gets us to Punisher. Get rid of the Courier. Yes, please. All right. Well, maybe we still got a shot here. Mountain. Dread Wanderer. Opponent. Oh, another land would be good. It is another land. Okay. Okay. We might be kind of doing it. So get in with Punisher. Play a second Punisher. Hit the Dread Wanderer. Wow. If we win this after missing the land drop. Land for our opponent. Okay. We got them to spend an Abrade on a non-Ether Sphere Harvester. All right. Well, this would be a great time to draw a land. Punisher. Yeah, let's punish. This does leave us a little open to Hazoret. 5th land for Aetherborn Ether Sphere would have been really helpful there. Another Night Market lookout. Do they have the Hazoret? They do not. Panharmonicon. Well, let's Chupacabra. Just keep killing stuff. All right. Opponent's out of cards. Come on. No Hazorets off the top. Pass the turn. No Hazorets. Come on, Ether Sphere Harvesters. All right. Opponent has Harvester. That's fine. We have Harvesters. Come on, land. Oh, we're going to take this down after missing that land drop. Come on, land. Land. Panharmonicon. Well, play Ether Sphere Harvester. That's a way we can start gaining life. We're doing this a very slow way because we keep missing land drops. Pass the turn. Opponent passing. Play Gifted Aetherborn. And we're just going to pass. I think our opponent must have drawn removal because they want the land to get back Earthshaker Kenra. There's a land. So here comes Earthshaker. But Harvester can block it. Yep. That's fine. Aetherborn can't block. That's also fine. Opponent. Getting in. Well, we will crew this up and gain a bit of life. Maybe we should have blocked and killed it. Well, yeah, I think we should have. Gain some life. Up to 18. Well, we're going to take the turn off for Panharmonicon. Pass the turn. Keep playing conservatively. Land. Night Market lookout. Oh, we're doing it. Wow. All right. Opponent gets a free crew damage. Sure. Yep. Attacks. So crew up Ether Sphere. Block. Lifelink. I mean, Hazoret's still scary, but I feel like things are shifting to where we want them to be. Swamp. Well, let's Puzzle Knot. Draw a couple cards. Lose a couple life. Land. Gifted Aetherborn. Play another Ether Sphere Harvester. And pass the turn. Wow, I think we've stabilized. And apart from Hazoret, we should have the better top decks. Uh-oh. There's Hazoret. Opponent crews. Yup. Attacks. They're out of ways to give lifelink. So crew Ether Sphere. Oh, that was a good draw for our opponent, the Hazoret. Maybe we can get a good draw back. Gain back a bit of life. Down to 17. Scavenger Grounds. Well, play Field of Ruin. Play Panharmonicon number 2. Play Gifted Aetherborn. And pass the turn. Come on, deck. Come on, we got 2 Panharmonicons out. Alright, discards Dread Wanderer. Down to 15. Gets back Dread Wanderer. Sure. Crews up the Harvester. Yep. Down to 14. Attacks. Well, we are going to double crew, double block. So crew. Oh, we're one good draw away. Double block Ether Sphere. Banewhip Punisher's would be a great one. Give our stuff lifelink. Lifelink. Demon is also a great one. Drop to 15. Opponent passes. Swamp. So play... Oh, man, this is a hard way to do it. But play Scavenger Grounds. Deadlands Hazoret. Sacking Scavenger Grounds. And pass the turn. This is the hard way to kill a Hazoret, but it is still a way. Opponent. What'd they find? Discards a Bombette Courier down to 13. Gets back a Dreadwander. Yep. No attacks. That's not bad for next turn. That's like a Wrath. Well, kill Hazoret. Play the Swamp. Pass the turn. Oh, no Hazoret off the top. That would be so sad. After time walking ourselves twice to kill a Hazoret. Land. Oh, that's good. Opponent passes. That's what we wanted to see. Swamp. Well, lads, Sky Sovereign. Triple up. Boom. Night Market Lookout, Dreadwander, Dreadwander. Clear the board. That's what we wanted. Crew up an Aethersphere Harvester. Get in. Gain 5. We have spent all of our energy. Up to 18. Play the land. Pass the turn. Land for our opponent. So we can get back Dreadwanders, but they do not. Well, alright. Let's draw some cards. Dusk Legion Zealot. Draw 3, lose 3. Swamp. Gifted Aetherborn. Swamp. Play Gifted Aetherborn. Play the Swamp. Crew up Sky Sovereign. Crew up Aethersphere Harvester. Go attacking. Hit our opponent for a bunch. I think this is a 2-turn clock. Down to 11. Pass the turn. Wow. Oh, we're taking him down. Mono-Black Panharmonicon. And our opponent scoops it up. We got there. Mono-Black Panharmonicon taking down Hazoret. That was pretty impressive. That was pretty sweet. All right, budget magic time. Playing some Mono-Black Panharmonicon in Standard. And, I mean, this is fine. Little land heavy, but we get a redraw with Dusk Legion Zealot. And we got Jupes. As long as it's a creature matchup, Jupes is pretty sweet. Opponent leads on a mountain. It's a demon. Well, Swamp, go. We up against Mono Red. No 1-drop is good if it's Ramanon plus red. Hazoret still... Oh, Grixis. Okay. Grixis Energy. Well, that's Swamp and Dusk Legion Zealot. Draw a card. Freebooter's pretty reasonable. Pass the turn. Mountain. And passes. Well, get in with Dusk Legion Zealot. Run out Freebooter. Get a peek at what's going on in our opponent's hand. Ooh, boy. Summonings, Glimmer, Hour of Devastation, Sweltering Suns. This will be interesting. Not sure this is our best matchup. Well, I guess we have to take Sweltering Suns, because that just wraps our board. Play the Swamp, pass the turn. Yeah, I feel like this is the matchup where sideboarding is going to be key, because so much of our creature stuff is probably not going to be super helpful. There's the Ether Hub. Yeah, opponent's working towards the Hour of Devastation. And just going to Glimmer. Primal Amulet. Oh, yikes. Yikes, yikes. More Chupacabras. Yeah, play Puzzle Knot. Draw a card. Play the Swamp. Go attacking. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. Get our board wiped. There's another Ether Hub. Yeah, this is not the matchup we want to be playing. Thankfully, it's a super fringe matchup. But yeah, I think our odds of actually beating Grixis Amulet is super small. Gets a little better after sideboarding, but still, I don't think it's enough to be good by any stretch. Because we're just going to be like running out Chupacabras as random attackers. That is the epitome of a bad matchup. Yup, Chup you. That's about as sad as it gets. Pass the turn. After sideboarding, though, we get Gontis, we get 4 Duresses, we get 4 Lost Legacies if we want them, which we probably will, just because we're going to have so many cards we got to take out. There's Metallurgic Summonings. Oh boy, more lands. Well, get in with Chupacabra. Hit our opponent. Play Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. I mean, Field of Ruin does take care of Amulet flipping, but they still have his summonings down. And they still have, yeah, like a million removal spells in hand. Even just 1 Glimmer doubled up is pretty brutal. We'll see. Maybe there's a way we can piece it together. Triggers Amulet, getting towards those counters. Island. So their hand is Glimmer Sweltering Suns. Well, get in with Chupacabra. Hit our opponent. They're probably going to Glimmer. Yep, there's a Glimmer. Gets a 4/4. Draws some cards. Opponent blocks. Yep. Well, play Scavenger Grounds. Doomfall our opponent. Yeah, we'll take Supreme Will. Hey, yeah, let's Chupacabra. Kill the 4/4. So that was not like the greatest Glimmer. Pass the turn. Still, we are in a rough position. Opponent plays a land. They play an island. Okay, so their hand is Sweltering Sun's Mountain. They can flip Primal Amulet, but we have Field of Ruin. They cycle Sweltering Suns. Opponent passes. Well, attack with Chupacabra. Opponent jumps. Yeah, let's sack Puzzle Knot. Punisher. Play another Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. What did our opponent cycle into? Opponent plays Dragon Skull Summit. Well, Mountain and one unknown in hand. Uh-oh. Star of Extinction, eh? Summonings. Are they going to just choose not to flip? No flip. So we will Field of Ruin a random land. Grab a swamp. Well, our opponent's down to just a land in hand. All right. And we actually fizzled it. Opponent passes. Well, play Banewhip Punisher. Counter on the construct. Sack Punisher. Kill the construct. Oh, this is so inefficient. Get in with our Chupacabra. Opponent down to 13. Play the swamp. I mean, I guess if our opponent just whiffs for a while, maybe we got a chance. Island. Wow, they still got a mountain in hand. We still know that. We draw a swamp. Well, get in with Chupacabra. Hit our opponent. Play a swamp. Yeah. Upgrade our demon. Pass the turn. Oh, come on. Whiffing. Man, if we can steal game one, I will be absolutely ecstatic. Swamp! Oh, opponent's drawing lands. We are also drawing lands. Hit our opponent. Down to 6. And, yeah, I mean, run out Punisher. No counters. Play the swamp, and this is it. If our opponent draws a land, we stole the win. Oh, man, I would be so happy. Rivulet! Oh, they did. They drew a land. Go attacking. Wow. That is the most unlikely outcome. Wow. We just beat a creature-free control deck in game 1 without our sideboard cards. That is insane. Those are the matchups I dread playing with this deck. We know our opponent's last card is this mountain, unless I'm missing something. Alright, just rivulets us to take a look at our deck. Sure. Wow. Oh my god. Well, that is awesome. Because that is literally the matchups we want to play the least. And now, we get to bring in 4 Duresses. We get to bring in another Gonti. We get to probably bring in Lost Legacies, even though they're not just game over, but they're better than the random stuff we're playing. At least we can hit, like, Metallurgic Summonings or something. Go down Noxious Gearhulk. Well, what do we go down? Ideally, we'll just be straight up answering their big things. Let's go down Gifted Aetherborn. Life total seems not that relevant. Let's go down Sky Sovereign. Let's go down Chupacabra, Ether Sphere, Banewhip Punisher. Try it like that. Wow, we're up a game, though. We're up a game, that is huge. That means we actually have a chance of winning. 1 land. Lots of cards we want, though. We are on the draw. You know what? We're going to try this. It's greedy, but we only need 1 land. Ugh. Another 2-drop. Well, we'll see. Let's see. Maybe we end up getting severely punished. Definitely risky. Dragon Skull Summit. Opponent passes. Alright, there's Field of Ruin. So, less risky. Let's just Dusk Legion Zealot. Draw lands. Alright. Now the world is fine. We hit our land drop, which means like half the cards in our deck draws cards now. Dragon Skull Summit. Opponent passes. Well, get in with Dusk Legion Zealot. Hit our opponent. play the swamp, and let's just... let's freebooter, I think. Next turn we can do something like double card draw, or if the coast is clear, maybe Ganti. So opponent, I think, is going to kill it on the stack, it looks like. But that's fine. We still trade freebooter for a removal spell, and we get to look at our opponent's hand. Harness Lightning takes down the freebooter. So we get a peek, see what our opponent's got going on. Ugh. Abrade, Hour of Glory, Rivulet, Island, Amulet. Alright. Well, that means they get to Amulet next turn. The only good news is we do get to Ganti if we want to. The coast will be clear. And we do have Field of Ruin to cover it in the long term. Opponent's passing? Interesting. Well, get in with Dusk Legion Zealot. Hit our opponent. Opponent abrades. Ooh, that's a new abrade. Well, play the swamp. And yeah, let's just Ganti. See if we can find something sweet in our opponent's deck. There's the second abrade. Sure. Ganti's pretty fine in the graveyard since we have this Liliana. Better than it getting Hour of Gloried. Ugh. Well, we'll take Hour of Devastation since we can't play lands anyway. There's Rivulet. Opponent passes. Well, play Panharmonicon. Not sure why our opponent's not casting... Oh. Well, now we know. They drew a Supreme Will. That makes more sense. I was wondering why they wouldn't cast the Primal Amulet, and they drew a counter. Well, we almost have our opponent out of action. Opponent passes. Well, that's Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot. Draw a card. Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot. Draw a card. Land? Alright, no lands. Pass the turn. We can't actually name Primal Amulet with... Ooh, they found a Glimmer. Yup. We can't name Primal Amulet with our Lost Legacy. But we can hopefully keep it from doing too much damage. Man, I would have loved to hit a Glimmer or something instead of this Hour of Devastation. Opponent left both cards on top, makes their land drop, plays the Amulet, and passes. Alright, let's spin the wheel again. Did they draw into another counter? They did. Oh, opt. Okay. Well, they've already used two abrades, but they could definitely find another one. Opponent opts, triggers Amulet. If we get to untap just one turn with these Dusk Legion Zealots, we can go quite a ways with this Panharmonicon. There's a land for our opponent. Oh boy, more Amulets. One of the flip cards that is not legendary. Well, start by duressing our opponent. They have Hour of Glory and one unknown. Well, take Harness Lightning. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. Really need to hit a land here. Alright, there's a land. And more Lost Legacies. Well, play Dusk Legion Zealot. Punisher and Punisher. Well, pass the turn. Opponent's hand's not very good. They need a card draw spell. What did they find? Confiscation Coup on Panharmonicon. Okay. They still have that Hour of Glory in hand, too. Interesting. Opponent passes. We do draw a swamp. Well, let's go attacking. Hit our opponent. Let's Lost Legacy. Name... hopefully this works. Name Cut of Cut to Ribbon fame. They have none? Oh, alright. Kefnet, Mastermind's Acquisition, Torment of Hailfire, Metallurgic Summonings. Alright. Well, play the Swamp. Lost Legacy. Name Torment of Hailfire. So opponent in their deck, 3 Glimmers, 2 Ops is card draw. Supreme Will also goes digging. Mastermind's Acquisition is our next card to name, along with Metallurgic Summonings. And then we can have them out of win conditions. Alright. We can also start going on the Ganti plan if our opponent doesn't draw a counter. Would have been sweeter with Panharmonicon, but go attacking. Hit our opponent. Play Liliana. Get back Ganti. Hope that we hit one of the finishers. Alright, Kefnet. Kefnet is a finisher. It's not especially helpful for us, but it is another finisher out of our opponent's deck. So they're down to Summonings and... Summonings? Is that the main finisher left? The only finisher left? Opponent passes. Well, go attacking. Hit our opponent. Alright, there's a Braid. Counters on Amulet. Last card is at Hour of Glory. Wow, I don't know about that plan. That puts Ganti back in the graveyard for future Liliana activations. Okay. Hit our opponent down to 13. Take up Liliana. Mill a Panharmonicon. Play Kefnet. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. See if our opponent kills this Kefnet. Man, if we can win these creature-free matchups, then this deck should be insane. Opponent plays a land. It's an Ether Hub. Well, we know their hand still. I assume they're going to Hour of Glory this Kefnet. Because we can get to 7 cards, sacking Puzzle Knot. Yeah, sack Puzzle Knot. Ooh, another Field of Ruin's fine. Up to 7 cards. Go to combat. Attack with everything. Opponent going to Hour of Glory their own Kefnet? Yup. You got to do what you got to do. They flip. Get to look at our hand. Hit our opponent down to 9. So I think what we're going to do here is Field of Ruin the Primal Wellspring. Grab a Swamp. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. It's a Swamp. Yeah, let's get back Gonti. Give up on Liliana. Get back Gonti. Looking for our opponent's last finishers. We'll take Opt. Play Field of Ruin. And pass the turn. Opponent needs a pretty good draw here. They need a sweeper. Man, we've just kind of picked apart this control deck. Opponent. Thinking over their options. They don't have many ways left to win the game. That's the good news. Ooh, did they find Star? They might have found a Star of Extinction. Alright, float a mana. Opponent's going to sweep our board. Does not flip. Alright, let's opt. With our black mana. Doomfall to the bottom. Not very helpful now. Another Swamp. Alright, so there goes our board. And a land. Let's crack Puzzle Knot. Basically, we want a Lost Legacy to name Metallurgic Summonings. So, Lost Legacy. I think we're pretty close to just like cutting off every possible avenue of winning. Take Metallurgic Summonings. What's left that they can win with? Or is this it? Mastermind's Acquisition. That's a last card we need to get rid of. So get rid of the summonings. Do we go shields down? It's risky, but we do need a threat. Alright, so play Chupacabra. Play a Swamp. Pass the turn. We have one more card that we need to get rid of with a Gonti or with our last Lost Legacy. And we have cut off every avenue of our opponent winning. Get in with Chupacabra. Hit our opponent. Down to 7. Yeah, let's duress our opponent. See what's in hand. It's a land. Play Scavenger Grounds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yeah, I mean, we're going to go for it. Play... Oh, it's still not lethal, is it? Never mind. So let's play Banewhip Punisher. No counters. Play Freebooter. And pass the turn again? 2 turns away! 2 turns away! Hopefully they don't draw Mastermind's Acquisition. That's the card that scares us. Land. More Scavenger Grounds. Well, go attacking. Hit our opponent. Down to 2. Play Scavenger Grounds. Pass the turn. Alright, opponent. You gotta draw something this turn or we got ya. Well, beating a creature-free control deck is exactly what we need for this deck to be really good. And we got the GGs. Whew! Lost Legacy is just picking apart every out. It felt like we were playing a weird version of Lantern Control almost, where we were just hitting every single out that our opponent had until they didn't have any outs left. Sweet! Mono-Black Panharmonicon, winning the bad matchups, winning the bad matchups. Alright, budget magic time. Playing some Mulligan. Mono-Black. Oh my. Mono. Mono-Black Panharmonicon. We're keeping. Oh my. If we draw a more lands deck. Well, hopefully our opponent turn 1 duresses. That would be sweet. This is not the dream draw we were hoping for. Island for our opponent. Well, if we resolve Liliana, it would be good. Land, goo. Opponent. Spire Bluff Canal. Warkite Marauder. Alright, opponent looks like they're favorably winding. Ooh, that is a draw. Whew! Banewhip Punisher. Gonna do some punishing of this Warkite Marauder. Get out of here, X1. even without a Panharmonicon. Oh man, that was good. That was good. That's like mini choops. Yup. Unclaimed territory on pirate. We're getting towards this Ileana too. Opponent. Pirate of some kind. Carries Ev. Skyship Raider. Come on, Choop. Choops magoops. Oh boy. Alright. Well, past the turn. Sky Sovereign is actually really good on this board state. It doesn't come down till next turn, but it shoots down Carries Ev. Assuming it doesn't get countered or something silly like that. Mountain for our opponent. Another Warkite Marauder. And opponent. Getting in with Carries Ev. Yeah, we'll take it. Down to 17. Opponent passes. We'll play Deadlands. And yeah, play Sky Sovereign. And yeah, we'll kill Carries Ev. If our opponent wants to, like... Are they abrading Sky Sovereign? That's not realistic. That's not even a smidge realistic. Okay. If we lose to this deck, I'm going to be very upset. Because we should be 90-10 against creature decks or something absurd. Slippery Scoundrel. Oh, and they turn on the hexproof. Thanks to the token. Yep. Oh, Lord Almighty. Good Lord. Yeah, opponent hits us for a bunch. Down to 11. Wow. Yep. Opponent passes. We draw a pretty useless land. So play Scavenger Grounds. Play Aethersphere Harvester. Well, we mulliganed and kept a 6-lander. I still feel like it should be really hard for us to lose this matchup. Crew into crew. The whole crewing vehicle trick. Get in with Sky Sovereign. Kill Carries Ev. Man, we had a lot of things go wrong in this one. Hit our opponent. Pass the turn. So we're taking 5 here? Just kidding. We're taking 7. Oh, God. Opponent gets in. Okay, sure. Kills our creature. So we take the beats. Down to 5. Draw Chupacabra. That's pretty good. So play the Swamp. Play Chupacabra. Kill Warkite Marauder. Crew Aethersphere. Crew Sky Sovereign. Attack. Kill the Stormfleet Sprinter. And hopefully they don't have that weird pirate double strike thing. Or a lightning strike. Opponent. Getting in with slips. Yup. Down to 3. Do they have a lightning strike? They apparently do not. Dusk Legion Zealot. So play Liliana. Make a zombie. Oh, I'm so tempted to go for the win. We would die to shock. Alright. Well, a braid is also a concern. So let's... Crew Aethersphere Harvester. Crew Sky Sovereign. Yeah, we're just going for it. We got 8 on board. What do you got, opponent? Anything? Oh, thank God. Oh my goodness. Alright, that was close. Well, we should be just eating creature decks alive with this deck. But that was a lot sketchier than I was hoping. Oh boy. Oh my goodness. Well, bring in Demon of Dark Schemes. We're going to go down Noxious Gear Hulk. I think Demon is just better Noxious Gear Hulk. And I think we're going to go down a Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot for Gifted Aetherborn seems important. And a Gonti for a Bantu's Last Reckoning. And just try it like that. Oh boy. Oh man. Oh, that Slippery Scoundrel getting City's Blessing off of the Carries Ev token almost stole that game. Well, as a testament to the power of our deck, we mulliganed into a 6-lander, scried a land to the bottom on the mulligan, and still won. Talk about against the odds. Wow. Wow. Oh my God. Well, we'll take it. Mono-Black Panharmonicon. I don't know how we ever lose to creature deck. I mean, we lose to ourselves, but apparently not that much to ourselves because we just We just kept a 6-lander and won, but I don't know how we ever lose to creature decks with this deck. We just have so many things that are good against creature decks. Etherboards, Gearhulks, Chupacabra, Mini Chup, and Banewit Punisher. Alright, we'll keep this. Siren Storm Tamer for our opponent. This hand's pretty good. Better than our last one. That's for sure. Let's Swamp go. Opponent gets in for 1. Down to 19. And more Storm Tamers. Alright, sure. We'll play the Swamp, get down, Gifted Etherborn. Ship the turn. I mean, if we can resolve a Demon of Dark Schemes, not sure how we don't just win. Opponent, Captain Lannery Storm. Goes attacking, gets a treasure. Well, we're going to block. If they want to sack their treasure to trade, I think that's pretty fine. Yep. That works out for us. Up to 21. Because, I mean, we got this demon. We just got to get to it. Let's freeboot. See what's in our opponent's hand. Captain Lannery Storm, 2 lands. We'll play the desert. Pass the turn. We're close. We're super close. We need one more mana source to demon. And then demon should just be game over. Our opponent can start getting in with Captain Lannery Storm. And we can't really do anything about that. Yeah, there's Lannery Storm. Freebooter is holding back the Storm Tamers. Well, just kidding. Maybe our opponent drew something to make this attack work? Okay. Opponent gets in. And more Storm Tamers. Down to just a Field of Ruin. Doomfall. Well, play Aethersphere Harvester. And pass the turn. Aethersphere is a good stall out card. We can crew it up, and we will definitely just trade with Captain Lannery Storm. Actually, not even trade. Does this just stonewall our opponent unless they top deck something? I think so. Wow. All the Storm Tamers for our opponent. No attacks. There's a Swamp. All right. Well, play Panharmonicon. Pass the turn, and unless our opponent top decks a counter spell, Demon should just be game over. Pretty good on this board state. And opponent has Field of Ruin in hand, so we got there. Yeah, this is what's supposed to be happening when we play against creature decks. Opponent almost stole game 1, but yeah, this is a little bit more like it. Man, we have Banewish Punisher too. So good against creatures. Alright, Demon you. Kill everything. It's not a targeted ability, so there's no countering to it. Yep. Wrath the board, get a bunch of energy. And we can even reanimate something if we want to. This is just, that is brutal. That is what we want to be doing. And our opponent scoops it up. Sweet. Well, yeah, that's how creature matchups are supposed to go with this deck. Alright, Budget Mantic time. Playing some Mono-Black Panharmonicon. And we got the Panharmonicons. That means, basically with this hand, so many cards in our deck are insane. So we'll see if we actually draw anything. But ideally, like, Gifted Etherborn buys us a bit of time, and then we just go to town with Panharmonicons. Swamp Goo. So we can go, like, Etherborn turn 2, Field of Ruin something, turn 3, and then Panharmonicon turn 4. Drowned Catacombs for our opponent. Well, Deadlands, and yeah. Well, Puzzle Knot is a card that does work with Panharmonicon. Opponent. Spire Bluff. Alright, looks like Grixis Energy or Control. Let's get in with Gifted Etherborn. Alright, opponent kills it. Play Field of Ruin. Yeah, let's just pass. Question is, how many counters does our opponent have? Ooh, Charticors. Well, that guarantees we're getting out of Panharmonicon. Discard Spire Bluff. Wow, we have so many things that work well with Panharmonicon. A Braid is a thing that our opponent could have. Maybe slightly less likely in a Harness Lightning deck, but everyone plays a Braid. Hostage Taker would make me cry. Alright, Siphoner. Come on, no Abrades. No Abrades. Opponent passes. Oh, so many Panharmonicons. Well, let's just Dusk Legion Zealot. Draw 2. Land? No. Well, Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot. Draw 2 more. There's a land. Play the land, pass the turn. So we have Punisher to answer this Siphoner next turn. Opponent does get a draw out of it, unfortunately. Spire Bluff. Opponent gets in with the Siphoner. Down to 13. Yep. Opponent passes. Well, get in with Dusk Legion Zealot. Play a Swamp. Man, I'm tempted to just Panharmonicon. But I think we're going to Banewhip Punisher. Pretty good at shooting down Glint Sleeve Siphoners. Kill Siphoner. And we'll just pass. Probably sack this Puzzle Knot. Alright, opponent's got a Glimmer. Oh, so this is a controlling version of Grixis. Both cards left on top. Yikes. Alright, let's see what you got. Catacombs. That's a Whirler Virtuoso. Yep. And more Siphoners. Well, Banewhip Punisher's going to do some serious work here. Let's crack our Puzzle Knot. Choops. Play the Swamp. Well, let's go attacking. Magma Spray. Okay. Opponent blocks. Well, that works. This is actually pretty good. Because now we get to play second Panharmonicon. Triple Banewhip Punisher. So, counter, counter, also counter. Basically a 3-mana Wrath. Bantu's Last Reckoning, but our land's untap. Opponent makes a couple Thopters. We kill that, we kill that, we kill that. Yup. Pass the turn. And we still got Choops left over. Island for our opponent. Ether Sphere Harvester. That's actually a little bit annoying. Opponent getting in with 1 Thopter. Okay. And passes. Freebooter's pretty good. I'll get in with Banewhip Punisher. Opponent cycles. Takes it. Well, let's play Freebooter. Get some triggers. Whew, Torrential Scarab God. Yikes. Yeah, that's a little scary. Chupacabra. Kill Thopter. Kill Thopter. Kill same Thopter. We need to find one of our scavenger grounds here pretty quick. Opponent plays a land. And passes. Doomfall's not bad. Let's go attacking with everything. So opponent Torrentials. Yep, that was expected. For Glimmer. Yep, that is a good choice from the opponent. Top and top. They just like all their Glimmer cards. Blocks Chupacabra. So let's Duress Mode Doomfall, or Thoughtseize Mode. Take the Scarab God. Play Chupacabra. Triple kill Torrential. And pass the turn. So we know our opponent's hand. Disallow Chupacabra and the Swamp that they just played. So there's Chupacabra. Kills Punisher. And passes. Well, play a Panharmonicon. Play the Swamp. And we're just going to pass. We know our opponent has that Disallow. Dragon Skull Summit. Opponent passing. Yeah, let's Field of Ruin. Ether Hub, I guess. Grab a Swamp. Draw a Swamp. Well, kill Chupacabra. Opponent Cruise. Play the Swamp, pass the turn. We need this Puzzle Knot to resolve. We really need something that makes our opponent spend their counter, basically. Chandra's a good one. Takes up. Fatal Push. Kills Freebooter. Come on, deck. Give us something. We need a card. Alright, that works. There's Freebooter. That forces the Disallow, which opens up Metal Spinner's Puzzle Knot to draw 4 Punisher, Etherborn, Dusk Legion Zealot, Noxious Gearhulk. So get in at Chandra. Play Gifted Etherborn. We can't Dusk Legion Zealot here. Too much life loss at the moment. Opponent plays a land. Takes up Chandra. Down to 5. And passes. Liliana's not bad. So everything at Chandra. Ooh, opponent found Vraska's Contempt? Well, play Liliana. If they hit a creature, we die to Ether Sphere. Let's get back Gifted Etherborn. Play Banewhip Punisher. Not going to put counters on anything. Yep. Well, hope our opponent whiffs on a creature, or they kill us here. And pass the turn. Let's see what our opponent draws. Takes up Chandra. Ether Hub. All right. Down to 3. Oh, kills Liliana. Interesting. Opponent passes. Harvester is a pretty good draw. Everything at Chandra. Chandra down. Play Ethersphere Harvester. Get just a tiny bit of energy. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. Play the Swamp. Play Gonti. Get a handful of Gonti triggers. Oh, 4 Gontis. Take... Oh, Glorybringer. Take Harness Lightning. We gotta survive 1 turn. Take a random land. Take Vraska's Contempt. Take... I guess another Gonti. Well, this is it. If we survive this turn, we are in absolutely wonderful shape. Alright, opponent drew in a Braid. We're dead to a creature. Please no. Please no. Just a land. Oh! Oh my god! Alright, well, good running, opponent. Good running. Good running. Holy... Oh, that was a little bit unfortunate on our end. Wow! Alright, so sideboarding. Go down... Well, Demon is actually good in some scenarios. Man, that was a little bit sad. You know what? I think we're just running it back. We had him, too. We had him. Alright, well, yeah. We'll play first. I kind of want to cry. We should be up a game. Oh, man. Magic, magic, magic. It is a cruel game. No doubt about that. Opponent's in the tank. Still tanking. Alright, Swamp go. Opponent comes out of the tank. Opponent. Tap land. Well, play the Swamp. Play Dusk Legion Zealot. Pass the turn. Tap land. Well, get in with Dusk Legion Zealot. Play Deadlands. Play Ethersphere Harvester. Pass the turn. Fire Bluff for our opponent, and passes. Well, play Field of Ruin. Crew up Ethersphere. Go attacking. And might as well gain a bit of life. And pass the turn. Harness Lightning on Dusk Legion Zealot. Fair. Dragon Skull Summit. Opponent passes. Well, play the Swamp. Play Punisher. For crewing purposes. Crew up Harvester. Get in. Alright, opponent finds Vraska's Contempt. Island for our opponent. And passes. Well, get in with Punisher. Jeez. We're doing a slight bit of flooding out here, unfortunately. Play a Field of Ruin. Pass the turn. Opponent passes. They're doing the opposite. Oh my god, deck. Get in with Punisher. Opponent kills it. Play Deadlands. Oh my goodness. Play another Punisher. Pass the turn. Opponent hits their land drop. Chupacabra. Kills Punisher. And passes. Well, play the Swamp. Chupacabra the Chupacabra. Pass the turn. Ether Hub for our opponent. There's a Scarab God, and we are not drawing our Scavenging Grounds, unfortunately. I mean, Chupacabra, this is all we can really do because, unfortunately, our Scarab Gods, wow, this has been a brutal game. This has been very brutal. Play Gifted Etherborn. Get in with Chupacabra, but I think we're going to lose now. Oh, man, this is a painful one. Pass the turn. Scarab God goes back to our opponent's hand. They're going to replay it. Yep. Play Liliana. See if they have a counter spell. They do. And that's the game. That is one of the more brutal losses we've ever had. Wow. Wow. Well, I wish we had that one to do over again because That was unfortunate. That was unfortunate. That was super unfortunate.
So what do we learn this week about Mono-Black Panharmonicon in Standard? And I have to say, the deck was what we thought it would be, and then some. So not only did we feast on creature decks, we just crushed all the creature decks we went up against, which is what it looked like on paper, with Banewhip Punishers and Ravenous Chupacabras. We even were able to beat like Hazoret decks and stuff, which were a little more challenging, but we were still good enough in those scenarios. So we absolutely feasted on creature decks. We did lose to Grixis Control. The good news is we also beat creature-free Grixis Amulet, which should be one of our challenging matchups because we have a lot of bad cards in game one. So overall, we ended up 4-1. We also had this like half match against Merfolk that I think we would have won, but our opponent never came back to play game 3, so I just left that one out altogether. So maybe close to 5-1 with the deck, but I was mostly excited that we were able to beat the Grixis Amulet deck. We were really close in game 1 against the Grixis Energy Control list as well. Basically, we were as good as we were hoping we would be in our good matchups, which was a green-black Constrictor deck, the Merfolk match that didn't actually end up making the videos, any random creature-based, just putting creatures on the battlefield. The deck is absolutely absurd, because we have so many 2-for-1s. We're just full of 2-for-1s, or even like 3 or 4-for-1s with Panharmonicon and Demon of Dark Scheme. So it's really hard to lose against any of the creature-based decks in the format, but we were able to steal that Grixis Amulet win as well, and I feel like maybe the sideboard is enough. Like, we're not drawing dead in the main deck. We got Kitesail Freebooter, we got the Gontis, we have a lot of value, like we can just overwhelm our opponent with card advantage, with Panharmonicons and Dusk Legion Zealots, or with Liliana going on the battlefield and just grinding out value that way. So it's not like we're drawing dead, but if we can win our bad matchups, and we just absolutely crush in our good matchups, maybe this deck actually kind of has a chance. So overall, I was really impressed with the deck. There's some small upgrades that would be helpful. The biggest one is probably something like Vraska's Contempt, just to have another clean answer to Hazoret and Scarab God. We were able to fight through Hazorets, and we have the Scavenger Grounds package to deal with Scarab God, but it would be nice to just be like, okay, your Hazoret is dead now, when the only way we can really do that is like putting a bunch of counters on it with Banewhip Punisher, using Ifnir Deadlands, or maybe doubling up a Demon of Dark Scheme, so it's not easy to deal with those cards, or we just play through them. So there's a few slight changes like that, but overall, the deck was competitive. It absolutely crushes any creature-based deck. It just feels like you can't lose when you run into a deck that's playing a bunch of creatures. It has a hard time in game 1 against creature-free decks, or creature-light decks, like Torrential Gearhulk control decks, approach decks, but then we get to bring in 4 Lost Legacies, 4 Duresses, the 2 Doomfalls, and get rid of the Banewhip Punishers, get rid of the Gifted Aetherborns. So we have a chance in the second games, because the fact that our deck is so good against creature decks, we don't even really need sideboard cards against most creature decks. Our main deck is just absolutely set up to crush creature decks 100% of the time, so we can use all of our sideboard slots, or almost all of our sideboard slots, to improve the bad matchups, and I think that's enough that we might even be favored heading into games 2 and 3 against the creature-like control decks when we take out all of our bad removal, bring in 4 Lost Legacies, 4 Duresses, 2 Doomfalls, a Gonti, and just then we have a ton of action for those matchups as well. So I think the deck is pretty fun, it's pretty legit, and surprisingly competitive, so I think you can actually win a decent amount of games with Mono-Black Panharmonicon. Little bit meta-dependent, definitely hoping for those creature matchups, but still, like I said, with the sideboard built to fight control, I feel like we're still okay. Even if we are 30% to win game 1 against control, we have enough sideboard cards that we might still be favored in the match once we bring in all of our sideboard cards, and I don't think it's really 30% in game 1, because like we mentioned, we have Panharmonicons with Dusk Legion Zealots just to outdraw our opponent. We got Kitesail Freebooters, we have Gontis, we have some ways to deal with it, plus we can just clock them with a Sky Sovereign and our other creatures and kind of go wide and card advantage and beat them that way, although it does feel really bad to be running out Ravenous Chupacabras on an empty board for no value. Like, that's the sad part against control. But overall, Mono-Black Panharmonicon, surprisingly effective, more competitive than you probably think it would be. I was very happy with it. So have fun with it. Thank you so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed the video, and I will talk to you soon. Thanks for watching the video. If you enjoyed it, help us out by clicking that like button down below. And to keep up on all the latest and greatest, click that subscribe button. And don't forget to hit that bell icon to get alerts whenever we have new videos. And if you want to, check out some of our other sweet videos here and here.